We know how much you love and crave Britney's pro tips. And in this episode, for free, you get the pro tip of a lifetime. Stay tuned for more. You are 100% correct. Playing small serves no one. Mm-mm. And we think it serves ourselves because we get to be quiet, timid, in our comfort zone, in our bubble. No one has to notice what we're doing. Is the best way to really begin to project the vision, the thoughts, is it really to dream? And how do you dream? How does Britney Turner get these magical downloads other than driving and stopping at stoplights? Do you have a secret sauce to dream, to really begin to plan those amazing things that everyone knows that you're gifted at?
I think specifically what you're talking about, dreaming about elevating people, elevating places, how to put together these concepts for healing, transformation. Because I actually haven't gone all over the world and, read every book on this stuff. My ideas are it's going to sound crazy. I don't know if you're ready for it.
I'm ready. I'm down.
I don't know.
I'm ready. I'm down. I'm out.
So I will, for spaces specifically, I will drive to that location and I'll just pray. I'll literally ask God, what is the highest and best use for this area? What is this place meant to be? Because I believe there's a destiny for locations as well. And how can I not disrupt what's there, but kind of get in the vein of what's supposed to be there? And then you look like a genius later. And so I am an empath. I can feel everything. I resonate with things, don't resonate with things. I have to guard that gift by watching really innocent movies, for example. We've talked about this before, but when you can feel this deeply all the time, you have to be careful what your inputs are. So for this locations, I will literally start just writing down what I'm feeling, and I'll study, and then I'll also start learning more about what the community wants or needs. And so in the vein of designing a space, how can we also address a social need? For example, if there is more elderly housing needed or bike trails or whatever the thing is. And so that's kind of my process. And then once I've written down these concepts and what I feel like I'm being told the area is supposed to be developed into, I'll then get on Pinterest and start seeing what looks like the picture in my head and how do I start putting those pieces together.
That's what I was looking for, because Pinterest is publicly traded. I was really trying to get a stock pic from you.
It's a weird answer, and somebody's going to be hating on me for it, and you're like, oh, really? But this is my process. Everybody's got to have their process.
It works for you.
So for me, dreaming is not what is the biggest thing I can think of. It's more like asking divine, what do you want here? And so it's even bigger than me. It's bigger than I could dream. And many times it has seemed very unbelievable in what I'm trying to pull off. And so I have to be guided. And my mom said, again, when she heard my name, which is faith, this child is always going to have to live by faith. That's kind of what bringing things to life for me has been. It's been a journey of faith, figuring out how do you pull these things off? And I'm constantly stretched outside my comfort zone and doing things I've never done before. But with that guidance, it ends up being something that resonates with people's souls. And it's not something you can just design into it with really pretty colors or really pretty finishes. It's so much deeper than that. So anyway, it's been working. It just takes a minute to take off.
Yeah. No, I love that. I think you'll like this too. So fear is what if, faith is even if. And so when you're talking about this girl's going to have faith, right? I think a lot of people, they worry, they step into that fear part and they don't think about, such a good answer and thought process. Like, what do you want, God? What is supposed to be here?
Yeah. It's pretty easy. Sneak peek.
Right. Quick little sneak peek. Like, please give me some guidance. Please give me some instruction, some insight, a download, a vision, a dream, something. What am I supposed to do? If I'm a creator, if I'm a paintbrush and this is the canvas, what's it supposed to look like?
How can I be the vessel used to pull it off? If I'm already going to be here, then just use me as a vessel versus like, I want.
Yeah. Michelangelo said, right? Like the statue is always there. I removed the marble.
Well, I've never thought of myself that way, but yes, that's kind of what bringing places to life is for me. And then also trying to solve some of these social issues, everything from really asking God, how do we solve some of these struggles that the veterans and the heroes are struggling with? Because there are programs that work, but I'd say there's not enough working fast enough, because the suicide rate is one American soldier kills himself every 84 minutes. Right now, that's the stat. Every 84 minutes. And it's highest in the special forces, or the special operations community. And so, to me, there's these incredibly qualified, capable, amazing humans that didn't get knocked out of the game by other people, but they take their own life. So what kind of lie do you have to be believing about your worth? What kind of lie do you have to understand that you're better off not here? Because when you're suicidal, like, that's a real thought you truly believe, is the world is a better place with me not in it. And so for us, what's working is just simply sharing how needed they really are, how their skills can bless the world, because most of them are servant-hearted people who want to do good and want to help and want to protect. And so just showing them these new connections is not said to them to like make them feel better. It's the truth. And then showing them how many rescues have taken place when these guys start to believe in themselves again and see that their world didn't end when they left the military.
Yeah. Can I give a shout out to one hero?
Sure.
Just because she crushed it. You already know what I'm talking about.
Oh my gosh.
You already know. This is the connection we have. I just said she, and you already know what I'm talking about.
I know exactly what you're talking about. She's inspirational to us all.
Yeah.
Gabby.
Hey, well done. So I created an event at the very beginning of the year called the 12 by 12 by 12, which is 12 miles every 12 hours for 12 days. And she said yes to this. She was our mascot, right? The only woman.
What?
The only woman who was doing it.
Ladies,
right?
come
Amazing.
on.
Come on, ladies. I know there's some runners out there.
I didn't sign up for though.
It's a lot of running.
It's a lot of running.
Yeah, I didn't even send you the invite.
I pulled the newborn card.
Yeah. I just had a newborn. Well, Gabby pulled no cards.
Yeah.
Girl is in a wheelchair and said, hey, is it okay if I do it in a wheelchair?
Does it still
count?
Like,
no, it doesn't count. Like, you're cheating. No, right? Like, of course. Yeah. And everyone, as soon as they found out, just rallied around her. I was like, let's go, Gabby. It was so cool. Every 12 hours. So she was getting up, all times of the day.
Amazing.
And, family, work, business. What it was to me was, it was an inspiration for a few reasons, but one of them being a timepiece, right? When people dream, one of their big fears, limiting beliefs, hesitations is, I don't have the time. You said that both the billionaire and the beggar have the same 24 hours, meaning you have the time. You have to spend a little bit of that time, invest a little bit of that time in figuring out how to go faster, farther, quicker, with more people, with less people, but whatever it is for you. What's your purpose? What's your mission? What's your direction? Where are you going? Why are you going there? And dang it, if she didn't complete that, oh my gosh, so cool.
I FaceTimed her and she was all ripped. Like, just shredded. And I was like, what have you been doing since I last saw you? She's like, I'm on the 12 by 12 by 12. I was like, what the?
Yeah.
No excuses.
No excuses.
She has every excuse in the whole world, too. She's got so many things going on in her life, and she continues to step up and be an amazing inspiration.
Right. We're not gonna go down the 47 excuses for her that are very valid.
Yeah.
Whatever.
She's not accepting them.
But here's the cool part. Again, for me on that part, and that piece is, regardless of all of the excuses, anyone can commit to anything that's important enough to them. They can make it happen no matter what. The universe will always conspire to give you what you really, truly want. And she wanted to finish. She did.
Amazing.
Yeah, it's really cool. So my wife and me, we love to dream. I love taking trips out into the wilderness. That's kind of like where I get my vibe. I was
going to ask you, where's your process? What's your process?
Yeah. My big process is go on a nice long run by myself in the most epic wildernesses, trails, mountains, preferably. One of the times I messaged you, I was on top of Mount Charleston in flip-flops and shorts. So that's in Vegas. So I was in Vegas. But I ran there from, I had the flip-flops in the backpack, but I ran there. Anyway, it was like a 45-mile run. And just at the top of this mountain, it was snowy. It was awesome. And I was just like, you're able to feel it because you're able to move past all the reasons of I shouldn't be doing this, I can't do this, I don't have the time to do this, but you're proving to yourself that you have the time to commit to yourself right then and there. And I think anyone who's listening to this could still take a portion of their day and carve out 10 minutes where they get extremely intentional, 10 minutes where they do something extremely difficult, and 10 minutes where they just try their absolute best to love as much as possible, either love themselves or love God or love their creator or show that gratitude. Because in those moments where you prove that you really, really actually want something is where you can be given these visions or given these gifts or given these downloads. You have to actually put in the time. You have to go, here is what I'm committing to do. And then going and doing that thing. I ask people all the time, when's the last moment that you can remember that you prayed for 10 minutes straight?
10 whole minutes?
10 whole minutes straight. Not many people. It's usually no one. That's usually the answer. It's very, very rare. It's like 10 minutes. I'm like, what's 10 minutes? Some of my mentors do it for 10 hours. Not every day, but they pick times where they do it for 10 hours straight. Just get really, really connected. My wife's like that. She'll go on 2 or 3, 4 hours, and her only difference is she'll do it with her hands in the air the whole time, just to make sure that her physical body is realizing that her mental body and her connection with the divine is stronger. And I think that's super cool. It's just like this.
I feel like there's a competition for this.
Oh, not against me. No. She would beat me. We've competed numerous times, and she beats me every time.
That just brought up a really quick childhood trauma for me.
Tell me.
Just going like this, I was like, my mom's going to tickle me. My mom's going to tickle me.
Deb, stop always tickling
She
Brit.
ruins it. Every time we're at church, and we're like, Mom, I'm trying to worship you.
I'm trying to get my arms in the air.
Doesn't matter what you're trying to do. She will tickle you.
Really?
Yeah. So even you doing that, I was like,
that's funny. I like that. Come on, Deb.
Deb.
Yeah, well, that's a beautiful, like, I mean, when you have a good worship song on, right? Just throwing the hands up, just receiving, being, trying to be in that present, just trying to get closer. I think that's what that moment, that motion is just trying to get even closer, trying to stretch the whole body up. Yeah, that's one of the ways that she does it. Like her dreaming process is just amazing. It's so cool because she just gets it so fast.
Yeah.
Yeah, I love seeing my wife just do her meditations and doing her yoga workouts. And
I don't know what my husband's process is for that.
Locke?
Yeah, I have no idea.
Man, I hope he just, here's what I think. I think he wakes up at 5 a.m., makes 3 pounds of bacon, eats it.
You think we have
does
bacon in our
1,000
house?
push-ups, then puts on a backpack full of rocks, and then just runs and then jumps into a river and then just saves some fish. Grabbing it
from drowning.
Yeah, from drowning. He's saving fish from drowning. Like that's what I imagine. And it's on a Tuesday.
Yeah.
That's probably how he
got
gets
it right, except the bacon part.
Everything else
I'm not allowing the slaughter of pigs in my household.
Fair, good point.
I buy the groceries.
Yeah. But you probably don't like the smell of bacon either.
I loved bacon.
Okay.
I loved all meat. It's just a matter of my values and love for animals.
Fair.
I had to disconnect.
But even so, Svet, like the smell of it, at least currently, but usually when she's pregnant, it's just like, no.
Meat in the house, pregnant? No.
Right. It was a big no.
It was a hard.
Yeah. I don't even eat that much.
He messed it up twice.
I don't even eat that much bacon. But
He messed it up twice. It was bad.
Yeah. Well, okay. So I got everything correct other than that. That's probably how he dreams.
He rescues fish every morning. Yes. With that full process.
He's a lifesaver.
He's a lifesaver. It happens. It all needs to happen. So I'll ask him later tonight what's his process, and I'll share in one of the upcoming episodes.
Oh,
but why is it important to dream? Your opinion. What is the point in dreaming when you know it's going to change? The world's going to hurt you and something's going to get attacked. Why not just not dream? Opinion.
It's a really good point because you're right. If you dream and you're going to do something, there's going to be another force at some point. So
why?
Like, why even do any of that work? And my wife says, if you don't dream, why are you living? It's like, that's one of the reasons we were here. The reasons we're here is to dream, is to believe, is to create, is to inspire. It's to really optimize everything that we've been given. And the way that we do that naturally is to spend both time and energy in that creation, in the moment of creation, in the time of creation, right? We are created by the Creator in order to create. So if we're going to create, creation requires dreaming.
Yeah.
It requires sitting down. And when we say dreaming, I don't mean like you're asleep and you're dreaming, although those can be cool dreams too. By the way, I've never made anything in my dreams, ever. I'm not cool. And I wake up, I'm like, well, okay, whatever. That was a weird dream. Some people actually get things when they actually dream when they're asleep. I'm not that person.
Mine are so whack, I always hope they're not going to come true.
Yeah, so they're so strange.
I have straight whack dreams.
You're just a wackadoo.
And then pregnancy, my dreams were like so scary.
Yeah.
It was insane.
Just ficus trees
You are not
coming
rested.
at you.
You are not rested with that. It was the most bizarre, insane things. Anyway.
I think it's our calling, right?
These dreams. These
to dream. Yeah. Our calling is to dream, is to really propel, is to show how much we love life. And the reason and the way we show that is by fulfilling some level of creation, right? Because we were created to do that.
Created to create.
Created to create. What do you think?
I think we are here to expand love. I think that all of the actions that we take, all the things that we do are to expand love. And obviously we do that through creating things. I think it's fear that stops us from dreaming. It's lack of energy that stops us from wanting to dream. It's a lack of faith that wants us to stop us from dreaming. And so when we are at our most joyful and fulfilled, we are dreaming, we're thinking, we're bringing things to life. And so it is important to take the time. And if you're just surviving, try 10 minutes, hide in a bathroom. If that's all you got, you don't get to climb some beautiful mountain, just hide in a bathroom.
I've done it.
And write your notes down on your phone on airplane mode and just
I've been there.
Get these ideas out of your head and just try to imagine what's even possible. And a pro tip of a lifetime. You ready for it?
Oh my gosh, yes.
I don't know. Do you think the people are ready for it?
Are the people ready for it? I think so.
The pro tip of a lifetime is
lifetime pro tip.
Future journal. So you write the future you want as if it were happening today in a journal entry. I am so happy and grateful that blah, 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 blah. This is it. Every time I've taken the time to do that, 3 years later, 2 years later, 5 years later, whatever, I'll read it and my day today is that day. And I'm like, no way. I forgot I wrote that I wanted to live in this building, or that I had these employees, or I was getting to do this and actually make money doing it too, or that we were rescuing this people in these countries. Like everything that I wrote down will eventually come true. And so to me, it's a really interesting way to activate faith in your subconscious and start telling it actually happened. Because you're doing the action again as if it happened today.
Right.
Future journal.
Let's go.
And with that, we have some more pro tips of a lifetime coming up in the next episode. We'll see you there. If you know a veteran or first responder that's struggling and needs renewed purpose in their life, needs community, needs healing, because they are a force for good, they just need to dive into their repurposing, please go to healtheheroesinitiative.com and either sponsor or nominate your hero today.